Instagram Stories for Friday, May 30th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill, and this is the weekend edition of the Instagram Stories. Today on the show, you're going to hear from the head of Instagram as he talks about a new photo format for Instagram. Additionally, he'll answer the question of how Instagram is going to think about creators in a world of AI. You'll hear some tips from the Instagram @creators account talking about how to use hooks effectively. This is something I think is incredibly important if you want people to watch your entire video and follow you. Additionally, we'll hear from the YouTube team talking about some new updates that you need to be aware of. And after the break, some YouTube strategy. I listened to a very long podcast with a YouTube strategist on Colin and Samir. I think he shared some fantastic information. I'm going to share it on the show. All of that and more on today's episode. But first, here's a quick word from our sponsors. Welcome back. Let's start with the Instagram news. The head of Instagram, Adam Mosseri, posted on Threads, quote, Instagram now supports 3:4 aspect ratio photos, the format that almost every phone camera defaults to. From now on, if you upload a 3:4 image, it'll now appear exactly as you shot it, end quote. I don't think this is a major difference, but I want to point out that when you take a photo, Instagram will now crop less of the top and the bottom of the photo out, so you'll get more of the image in the frame. This is a win for everyone. I will include a link to this thread so you can read more about it if you want to see for yourself. Additionally, someone asked the head of Instagram, in a future where content becomes more AI generated, how will Instagram protect the value of human creators? Really great question. Here's Adam's answer.
I think that in the future, there will be largely three different types of content you see on platforms like Instagram. Content that was made without any AI, content that was made purely by AI, and probably the biggest bucket, content where AI was part of the process. It could be special effects, making an actor look younger for a movie or changing an outfit retroactively, or even something as simple as aligning all of the lighting across a bunch of different clips in a reel. The hope here is that generative AI will allow creatives to make more and more compelling content. And if we're really lucky, it'll allow aspiring creatives to become storytellers in the first place. But at the end of the day, I don't think we're only interested in content for content's sake. We're interested in other people's perspectives. And for that reason, I do not see AI fully displacing all of the storytelling that happens on platforms like Instagram in the future, but rather augmenting it.
I want to give Adam credit right off the bat for that very thoughtful answer. However, as AI content becomes more and more popular and is more and more featured on Instagram, I could see a future where there would be a separate non-AI feed that you could select from. The same way today we have the favorites feed or just the regular home feed or the following feed. I would love to see a feed where you could say, I only want to see human-generated content. So this way, if you're not interested in seeing AI things, you want to stay away from the AI slop, you would absolutely have the option to do so. And the last thing we're going to talk about from the Instagram team today is a really good video I saw on the @creators account talking about how to make a hook that will keep people watching your video. Here's the clip.
Did you know that the first 3 seconds of your reel are the most important? Those first few seconds determines whether someone's going to watch or simply swipe away. And this is called the hook. It used to take a little bit of testing and guesswork until you got things right, but Instagram has made it even easier to see how binge-worthy your content really is. So how do you create hooks that grab people's attention and keep them watching? So here's what I do. I imagine I'm the one scrolling. What would actually make me stop and watch? I think about what my audience wants and I try to address it as quickly as possible within those first 3 seconds. I'd add a thought-provoking question, I'd add text on the screen that relates to it, I'd use eye-catching visuals or graphics, or I'd use music and sounds that match the mood. When you use these tips and keep an eye on your view rate, you'll start creating hooks that actually stop the scroll and keep people watching.
I cannot understate the importance of spending time to craft that quality hook before you make the video. 2 weeks ago on the show, I played a clip from a YouTuber who said that she won't even start to film the video until the hook is solid. This is so important to ensuring that people not only start to watch your video, but stay right through to the end and potentially even share it. And the last piece of news we're going to talk about today comes from the YouTube team talking about some new features. The most interesting one here is the ability to reply to a comment with a voice memo. Under 30 seconds. I like this.
What's up, insiders? I'm Lauren, a program manager working on our product team here at YouTube and the producer of Creator Insider. Let's get into it. YouTube is launching side-by-side ads for automated live mid-rolls viewed on living room and web, allowing creators to earn ad revenue while minimizing disruption to the live stream. During a side-by-side ad, the ad will run alongside the live stream within the video player. The audio of the stream will be muted while the audio from the ad plays. Then the video player will expand back and the audio of the stream will be restored when the ad break has ended or the ad has been skipped. We'll leave more information about eligibility in the description. Moving on. Earlier this year, we talked about an experimental feature that enables creators to reply to comments with their voice. As a refresher, creators in the test group could navigate to one of their videos via the YouTube app, find a comment they wanted to respond to, tap reply, then the sound wave icon, record a voice reply, and then post it as a comment. We're happy to announce that we're expanding our experiment to a small number of Android creators. Voice replies can only be left by creators on their own channel via main app, but all viewers and creators can engage with these comments. The max duration of a voice reply will be 30 seconds, and creators will be able to listen to and re-record their voice reply before posting. We hope that the voice reply experiment enables more meaningful relationships between creators and their audiences, and we'll keep you posted as we expand to more creators. Moving on, we're rolling out a new beta feature bringing the functionality of Google Lens to YouTube Shorts. In the coming weeks, viewers will be able to use Lens to search what they see while watching a short. For example, if you're watching a short filmed in a location that you want to visit, you can select a landmark to identify it and learn more about the destination's culture and history. To try it out, go to a short on the YouTube mobile app, pause the short by tapping on the screen, select Lens in the top menu, and then draw, highlight, or tap anything you're watching to search via Google Lens. You'll see visual matches and search results overlaid on the short, and from there you can easily jump back into the content you were watching. The Lens experience isn't available for shorts with YouTube Shopping affiliate links or with paid product promotions. Tagging a product via YouTube Shopping will disable the Lens search. We're starting to roll out the beta to all viewers this week, and we'll leave more information below. And that's it for this week. From the creators of YouTube to YouTube creators, we'll see you next week.
Okay, that's it from the YouTube team. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, I'm going to share some YouTube strategy from an interview that I watched with Colin and Samir that I think is very valuable. Stay tuned. Welcome back. I wanted to share a clip from an interview I watched with Patti Galloway, who is a YouTube strategist. He's worked with Mr. Beast and many others to help them grow their YouTube channels. And he shares some strategy in this interview that he did with Colin and Samir that I think will be very beneficial when it comes to how you think about YouTube and content in general, but specifically around YouTube and thumbnails. Here's a clip from the interview.
YouTube is not a video platform. It's a click and watch platform. It's a platform that people have to decide what to view. Even when you compare it to other video platforms like TikTok, TikTok feeds you content based on your algorithm, based on your watch history, and they're really good at it. But YouTube long form, at least, is still a decision platform. So to me, like, the first step is always just like really nailing down what ideas we're going to make for a channel. So when I think about these smaller channels that are growing really quickly, it's usually that they have actually invested more time into ideation. And just before we went live, we were even talking about some examples, but like I recently had a channel in our accelerator program who was doing 2,000 or 3,000 views a video. His name is Ian Lore Astro. He's an astrophotography channel. And he was making content, and there was nothing terribly wrong with how he was making the videos. Like, the videos were pretty good, but they were doing 2,000 or 3,000 views a video. And I'd love to take a lot of credit for it, but the reality of it is we were just like, hey, like, spend more time on ideation, study what's working in other niches, try to build a video that we define as having a CCN fit, which is it hits the core audience, it hits the casual audience, and it hits the new audience all at the same time, which sounds easy, but it's actually quite hard because sometimes what's really interesting to a new audience alienates a core audience. And sometimes what's really interesting to a core audience is just narrowing the total potential market the video can hit. So he just used some of these frameworks around ideation and just spent more time on his packaging. He changed it from maybe being a situation where he was spending 5% of time on idea, title, thumbnail to maybe spending 30% of time on idea, title, thumbnail. And he made a video that got 1 million views and did, I think, 270 times his average viewership.
What was that video?
That video was photographing, I think it was photographing the Milky Way in 1 hour, or in 10 minutes, 1 hour, and 24 hours, something like that. I'm sure we can show it on screen, but it was, just a video just with astrophotography at different time levels. And it was built on a format that had worked for other people, like 5-minute haircut versus 50-minute haircut or, whatnot. So it was really interesting to see just how big of a multiplier YouTube can be.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. I'm not going to play the whole interview, but I would definitely recommend checking out the rest of it because he explains not only the importance of YouTube thumbnails and what kind of thumbnails work, but he also goes into titles of YouTube videos and how that matters. You want to make an upfront promise to somebody about what sort of video they're going to be watching, but also title it and have the format of the video in a way that they want to continue watching while you answer their immediate question or need of what the video is about while still keeping them engaged and interested. I will link to the video in the show notes so you can check out the entire thing for yourself. That's going to do it for today's episode. As always, thank you for listening, and be sure to come back next time for more social media news, strategy, and other things that you absolutely need to know.
Let me tell you a couple things that you should know about me. A product manager but do not have a bachelor's degree, but actually that's factually a fraction of me. Another fraction's posting content irregular and irrationally. Still probably won't get a job at the Gram. They forgot, they don't know, or don't care who I am. That's why you never see me at the parties and events. My lack of followers must make me irrelevant. Don't have a course, a book to sell to make a bag of grand. Not a social media marketer, don't represent any brands. Plain to see, don't have an agency, but I got a lot of spam. Just putting in my work without the glitz and glam. Won't catch me eating fish unless it's shrimp or clam. No six pack, no risk that there's a gym card in my hand. Don't have a full-time job, but I got a lot of plans. Stay plotting, dropping knowledge on TikTok and Instagram.